Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm calm. No, I'm not. I'm calm enough to eat, though. I had a piece of leftover pork loin that I made with some ginger and teriyaki sauce a couple days ago. That was left over with some bread. I'm making nice tomato sauce with ground turkey in it. It smells very nice. It's kind of bland. It's got onions, garlic, olive oil, Italian seasoning, salt, black pepper. Uh, I made days ago. I had it in Tupperware, saved leftover celery and onions that I sautéed in butter and oil a little bit. That I kept the congeal preservation for the week. I was using that throughout the week as ingredients. I put the rest of it in the sauce. It's very full and flavorful. All right. I had some things. I did want to say my thoughts while I'm hallucinating. I'm listening to the music, feeling like myself here, and thinking to myself, and it's like an experience. All right, so it's 12:20. It's 12:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Florida, and this is Austin Centinela, and you're not. You're not Austin Centinela. I got some revelations in the quality of what I was kind of getting through this last half hour here, making the sauce. That I told myself they're privacies and meaningful. I had a little bit of a private moment at the sink here with my picture of my brother in front of me, and at the stove with all the pictures on the stove. They mean something to me. Differently today. It came through today. What I had to think. But, man, I forget it. Now I remember what I wanted to say. I was listening to the ELP from the beginning that I just shared, and I've been brought to my attention, which is rare here, that I seem to think I'm another person talking to himself while he's looking in the video, making the videos. Doesn't feel like me with the delay on the internet where I could see my lips moving after I said it. It's not like talking in the mirror or something at my, like I'm talking to a human being. It's like I'm talking to a machine that is a manufactured representation of my ability to be me, to recognize myself. So here, I listened to ELP from the beginning, which I grew up with as an LP record from the year it came out, because my parents gave it to me to listen to. And it was very intimate and personal to me throughout my teenage years, especially the years I had that Bruce Lee poster on my wall when I first got my drums at 16 years old. And I'm feeling like I'm not on drugs like that. I feel like myself emotionally. I feel like myself at that age, or remembering the vibrancy of the moment and listening to a song or something. Sometimes it hits me. Now here's what I really want to say. One of the first things that happened to me good on Facebook was, I think the year was 2007. Mark Zuckerberg can look me up and verify this with his agencies. His record of my log. Who corresponds with us and who did we talk to? Mark Zuckerberg can tell you this. This is a real moment. I think you might want to be proud of it. But I remember me meeting Greg Lake on Facebook in 2007 in Utica, New York, before I saw Denise Sirianni for the first time in 35 years and met her arranged over Facebook at the Barnes & Noble, and told her, I can't be your boyfriend anymore. I got to break up with you. It's been 35 years. I can't wait any longer for you to share, the excuse why you broke, you ran away and had all these guys since you met me again after 35 years. Denise Sirianni. This video is definitely my previous experience as a virgin love, that I had no sex until I met Denise. And Denise apparently was vice versa. she believes to tell me that when I met her, she was making out with guys, but I was her first. 7th grade, Mount Carmel, Utica, New York, East Utica. Denise Sirianni, Gloria Lacani, Rose Semino. Who's the other one? Rosemary Grounds. They all were in their bras drinking Black Velvet and Wild Turkey and friggin' what did we do? I always had Yukon Jack because I always liked the spicy Yukon Jack. Southern Comfort. It was very spicy. It's a spicy drink. This is me at 13, 14 years old coming back to haunt you. You think you're going to be my new girlfriend, Drew Barrymore, or anybody on earth. My fantasy island. You know, me and Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters we were on the lifeboat before I was old enough to be allowed in the room to go on the ride. I was there doing it at 14 till I was dead. I was passed out drunk all the time making out with Debbie Shuttleworth on the back, behind Mike Hazeltine's back. I was going out with her little boobs. Liz Russo in the abandoned car over in East Utica. She had a hairy lip, and she had a hairy little chest hairs that I looked at her. I go, ooh, you got like peach fuzz on your chest. I go, oh, yeah. Remember that Dark Knight, Liz Russo? How old were we? 13. I was doing Valiums. I was on pot drinking. Come out of Mike Heseltine's mother's house with the biker boyfriend she had that used to have all the parties. We used to party. Right in front of our parents, we did this. This wasn't a child abduction sex ring operation. This was East Utica in 1980. Oh, God. Anyway, so we went through all these things over the summer to become Catholic school kids from the 6th grade. No, that was the 7th grade, 8th grade graduation. Then I went to, now I don't remember nothing. I don't want to think this way. This is horny. Pagan poetry. Pagan poetry. I'm white knuckling it, baby. I ain't sticking my dick between that. It'll rip it off. At this stage of development, at my manhood, if I was to masturbate like this, with my dripping wet hands, like a fucking salivating vagina right now that I used to see back when I was 14 years old and they were 14 doing it, and my balls were hanging out of that, I think I would damage me for the rest of my life. I think I'm already altered because I fucking jacked off so many times that I ruined undercarriage. It's very sensitive. That's what my family used to say. If you keep touching yourself wrong, you're gonna find out when you get older that things might not work the same for you if you break it. Shake it, don't break it, baby. More than 3 times is a sin. It's called jacking off. This Geraldo. This is Saturday morning's video that should have happened. But we were hijacked by the terrorist news reports over to Facebook prior to and YouTube. My ability to cooperate with my conscious effort to be here and cognitively interpret the stimulating data while my nipples get hard. The trickling urine is not just semantic. It's not semantics. It's not anti-Semite. It's just semen. Semen. Women like semen. It's a mood modifier. Without it, they go fucking crazy. True and fucking factual. Not false. I never lie to you. Yes, I used to sniff the chairs when I was younger to smell my aunts and friends and my family after they got off the chair and realized women smell different. They have a shit smell on their ass. They smell like shit. And they smell yet, with the hairspray and the perfume back in the 70s and the 80s. And they smell good doing it. That's what I was all shit under my ass at my age. You know, it's got nothing to do with handsome. It's got nothing to do with healthy. And it's got nothing to do with, hell or high water. It's got something to do with, can you get that shit off my ass? I can't stand it anymore. Dear God, I don't want to keep eating if this is what I'm going to go through to get the fucking food next time before I got nowhere to go, etc. Third base. Austin Santalella remembers Lisa Rizzo. I remember Lauren. I remember all the girls that were at my birthday parties all those years. And those were the 7th, 8th grade years. I was a little Catholic school kid. I got a picture of it. I got all their faces. Oh, don't even remind me of them all. If I start thinking of the real ones that I'm remembering that I spoke to on Facebook, that Mark Zuckerberg could save the world if he could retrieve my historical accuracy when I demand it and I get made of glasses. I'll give you a bone, Mark. Mark Zuckerberg could save the world if he could retrieve my data on the spot when I remember what I'm pressing my eye wink to cue the glasses to remind my screen to hit something. I'm going to hit it, or I'm going to blow up in my underwear, self-combustion by my semen. Semen. My hands are dripping. I'm pouring out of my hands. If I talk loud, I'm getting boisterous and exuberant and vigorous and virile as a healthy man's. This is Man's on Film, Damon Wayans. Damn it. Quint. Imagine me on the mound right now at Lincoln Park throwing that ball at you right now. Or hitting the wiffle ball better. I can't throw good. My wrists and my hands are a world that they got their own mind. They're involuntary limited, the way I act with my flaying around and the way my nerves fell out. But I would do the angle. Remember I used to try to act like yes, I'll get your ass. I'll pee my pants at the fucking batting fucking cage. I'll do it. I don't go to the bathroom when I'm at bat. I pee on the pants at the fucking batting range. I'll fucking kill you with the bat. I'll worry about peeing my pants and you making fun of me after I hit this goddamn ball. Remember that? Remember that? Remember that? Remember that sidewalk? With the crack on it, used to have the angle. On the bike, around the block. By Faxon Hospital, where young Louis T. Hands used to be. Remember that? I do. Getting back with my cousins right now in the Ghost before we go to the cemetery together and hate each other from afar. We're going to see each other again one way or another, motherfucker. Here, there, or everywhere, baby. It's a curse. It's a blessing. It's your worst fucking nightmare. Little runt Spunk Austin Santalella grew up and had the balls, by God's restoration, to recant and familiarize every single fucking sin and violent fucking vicious sense of instinct that I've ever had it regurgitate from the ingestion of birth to today, watching Phantasm at 10 years old, which was one of the most damaging things you could have done to me back then. And not let me make my own movie when I grew up, before I croak, with my kid fucked up. They gave away all the white people shit years ago, and I never saw my toys again. Remember that? All of it. They gave it all away. They take all the records. They get all piece of shit. That's a DEI. That's not black Arabic bullshit, BET, hip-hoppy fucking Ice-T motherfucking goofy shit. They even lied about being black so they could fucking make their own TV shows and networks. Everybody's black in it. It's a fucking attack of black people for the last 30 years in the United States. They shit over the goddamn toilet bowl and they won't stop fucking coming off the goddamn out of it. They just keep rolling over the toilet bowl and they don't give up. We got a right to walk by you. Every goddamn where we go, we got a right to be here. You're going to walk by my window. I'm going to show you my black face before you can walk out your door ever again at 56 in Florida. All of a sudden, there's all these black people. They walk here every goddamn morning, day, noon, and night with bottles in their hands, flagrantly fucking... Is it flake? I can't talk with my tooth missing. You notice my lip is involuntarily going in and out without my fucking permission. It's just doing it because it's dying. I got a missing tooth. And then my face doesn't respond. I don't even have like muscle. You know, my lips stopped. They stopped. They died. They're numb. They died. At the gum line. They're killing me. I'm fucking dying. I'm walking here. I want to go back, and I'll tell you, there's nobody I want to know more than Denise Sirianni. When I saw her, when I came back from the Army, living with my nanny on James Street, I brought her there. After all the years of high school and all the hell you gave me and all that shit, I was in love with her. As soon as I saw her, I came back from Germany to tell her that. I said, oh my God, I see you. Is that you? Denise? Is that you? Hey, it's Austin. Remember me? Oh, Austin. Your cash register? Oh, is it a Rite Aid? What the hell were you doing? And you wanted to see me, and then you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. You met me at my nanny's. I said, you got to come over to my nanny's. I'm living there on James Street, and we'll sit down and talk. Okay, and you showed up, and you were shy, and I never saw you again. And then 35 years later, after I speak to Greg Lake on Facebook, Mark can verify this data, timing, on my journal. I didn't write it in my diary. I left it on Facebook to do it for me because I thought it was reliable. Greg Lake just talked to me. He said, Austin, I like what you're doing. It's Greg Lake. It's really me. I like you. I was very proud of that. I was like, Greg Lake, wow, I like you too, man. I always liked you since I was a kid. He was the first guy that I spoke to on Facebook that was big like that for me in my childhood, that I was really into that way. And it meant a lot to me. Greg Lake, who passed away, he was the first to go out of BLP. And I was surprised when he went, but I was, I was hurt. But the Denise story, wherever she ends up, because I know she was a nurse or something, with a male nurse or something, and they were marrying or thinking about being married. She wanted me to be around, though. She told me, you could come over and meet him. I thought you'd be friends. I go, oh, no. She goes, I got to take you or you got to go. That's it. And then I broke up. It was that simple. She cried. She cried 35 years later in Barnes & Noble when I said goodbye to her. Because she didn't say goodbye to me. I said goodbye to her. I carried that one in my heart, really. Like a child. Innocence. We were just like the little, like my grandparents when they used to marry people younger. Or they would match you up young. And you would be helped with your families to be married. That's where I come from in my grandparents, and so did she. All right, let me, I come from another time that resembles another country, and I can't come home anymore under the conditional terms of the people that are here today that occupy my American experience. If I can leave the country and have enough money doing it to get there safely, I would leave this Social Security and everything behind me and say, I'm sorry, you should have never ended this way. And I'm going to forget you for the rest of my life with a better conscience than if I have to stay here and fight out of a paper bag without the ability to do it. If you get in my way or threaten me in any manner, shape, or form with the politics of color, race, and all this engaging me in the state of Florida against my physicality and break me any further than I have to go, I'm even going to retaliate in like destructive manner. enforced within a reasonable amount, that any court of law would convict you, not me. And I wish to God I didn't have to sound like that, but I'm solitary confined, and it's violent to keep me this way without anybody to relieve me as a grown man who sustains himself only for the hope and love of a woman, or else I'm not a human being anymore. You got that? I'll bite your goddamn ankles until they're fucking ripping your feet off. You understand? I'll take your feet right off at the ankles if I gotta fucking gnaw your ankles off. They called us the junkyard dogs, and I grew up to be the big bastard one that didn't get a goddamn bone. JYD! Junkyard dogs!